जितना जल्दी घर लोगे ना उतना ही अच्छा है. Does it sound like a familiar statement? Are you also hearing this sound? Especially if you have just started your professional career journey or maybe you just got married? Well, the problem is we all do hear this kind of statement coming from multiple people across our families, friends, allies, colleagues, and keep on happening. The same statement is being thrown into our mind all the time. And what we do, we end up buy a house. Now, we are talking about a time when we don't have enough money. So what we do, we try and find out 20% of that amount from somewhere within family or with jewelry or whatever saving that we have, and we take rest 80% loan. The moment you get into this trap, right, you are part of that rat race. You've taken the loan 80% of amount as loan for your home, and you continue to pay that for next 20 years. Maybe you'll, if you are lucky enough, if you are earning well, you will end up reducing that time from 20 to maybe 15 or 10 years. But by the time you will finish those 10 or 15 years, you will realize that you are already habitual of rat race. Earlier you were part of that race, now you are habitual of that rat race, because now that rat race is something that has made you comfortable enough to live into that. So you finish this loan, you will go and take another house or another property, another car. You'll immediately start another loan because you are comfortable living with it. By all this time, you have increased your salaries or the earnings that you were doing from this to maybe this or maybe this, but still you are trying to take a loan, maybe not an 80% loan this time, maybe 50% loan, but yeah, this is what you're doing. And you'll continue to be into that journey of that rat race for rest of your life. And by the time you will finish this loan also, that means 30 years. And if you have roughly started your working from let's say 25 years, so now we are talking about 55 years, your life is gone. If you are planning to get retired at 60, all right, you have 5 years to enjoy your life debt free. Yeah, so that's a realization that you should have today itself if you want to achieve something in life. So here I am talking about whether you should buy or rent a property. And let me tell you, I will not do a calculation of what is the comparison, whether I should buy the house or I should rent the house. No, I'm not here to talk about those things. There are enough resources available on Google as well as on YouTube. Just search for the content and you'll find real good stuff on this thing. What I'm trying to tell you is something else, whether you should actually buy a house or any other asset or so-called liabilities or not. So let's dive in. If I talk about any of the economies, there are three different type of people. One, the people who are poor. These people are earning every day. They are spending every day for life course, and they are finishing all the money that they earn. Then there are second type of people, middle class. Most of the time, I'm assuming that all of you are middle class, especially since you have reached to this place, found my video about this topic. These are the people who are earning money. They have saving with them, and most of the time they they spend certain part of their savings into liabilities which they feel are the assets. Then there are third class of people. Okay, I'll talk about those the confusion between liabilities and asset. But then there are third type of people who are rich. Now these are the people who are actually investing into assets, unlike us, and that's the reason why they are rich. Okay, now let's come back to the middle class people. Since most of the people also belong to the middle class category, so it will make much more sense for me to talk about the middle class generation, and especially our generation where people are into the middle class. They are born and brought up into the middle class, and probably if we'll continue to earn like this, we'll end our lives as a middle class. First, buying about house. Now, house can be an asset, house can be a liability. If a house is something that can get you some money, then it's an asset. But if a house you are buying just for your own stay, then my friend, that is a liability. You end up paying those huge amount of loans, you end up paying house taxes, you end up paying all the maintenance charges and other charges, repair charges every time, which is those are all incurring charges which keeps on happening with an house, with every house for that matter. So you keep on investing those money into your house and still not getting any result out of it. So if you are living into that house and that house is not generating money for you, then this is a liability. So in terms of liability and asset, the simple calculation is something that can help you produce money is a asset. Something which can make your life comfortable but is not producing any money, and especially if it is consuming more money, then all these are liabilities. If the value is getting deteriorated after a time, these are liabilities. If you have an argument that the house is money is not getting deteriorated and the value is not getting deteriorated, I have been part of this journey for very long. Since I believe 2012 2013 time frame, the prices have not gone up. The prices have not gone up for real estate for almost a decade now. So what's the fun of investing into real estate? Do your calculation before you decide on investing into real estate. In terms of mathematical calculation, as I said, there are enough and more resources available, but do a comparison not just by the money but by the assets as well as the liabilities. That will give you the real picture. Thank you.